Okay, so most of you probably already know about David Wilcock and the other 15 scientists that showed up unalive. He's a famous face. Most people know him from Ancient Aliens, these television shows, speaking about anti-gravity propulsion systems, NASA, extraterrestrials, UFOs, all this stuff, right? So why would all these scientists show up unalived? Either all these scientists figured out this anti-gravity propulsion system technology that they did not want, that they were going to bring to public, that the world government did not want everyone finding out about, because it would ruin the economics, the oil and gas industry, everything. There could not be something that takes away all that money, right? Or they've all studied space so much that they realize that God is real. Like, God is real, and they were about to tell everyone that what you think are aliens are actually angels, what you think are UFOs are actually orbs, what you think are falling stars are falling angels, What if they were all going to tell us God is real? But the satanic agenda that rules the world, like the whole Ep Island, the Steen Island, all that stuff. Think about the people that rule the world. If there is an amazing God, and I'll tell you, I've done a lot of psychedelics, and I can tell you for a fact there is a God because I've seen it myself. I've seen angels, I've seen demons, and I can ask me, I'll tell you. I've seen it for real. So I know for a fact there's a God, and I know this material world is just like a joke, right? This material world is just here. Watch this video, what he talks about, though. It's crazy.
There are two lines of reality in the world. In one reality, you are believing everything that they tell you, and you can't understand why things are so crazy. Those people who want to live in that denial, they are being battered by experience, they are being battered by information, they are being battered by consciousness, and they are seeing all of these things come in to their reality, whether they like it or not. Those of us in the truth community say, we don't understand why people can't conceptualize such simple things. This is simple information. Why can't you understand something that's so easy? Please try to have more compassion for these people who are suffering and understand that it has nothing to do with the simplicity of the concept. The concept is very simple. Very evil people are running the planet and want to kill you. And they're trying to do that, and they're aggressively pursuing this goal right now. Anyone could theoretically be a philosopher and say, well, I don't believe this, and it makes me scared, and it makes me feel unsafe. But hypothetically, theoretically, maybe perhaps just in case, what if it's real? Your maturation is the awakening that you are in a hero's journey, that there is a huge villain, and you better get off your ass and fight him before he kills you. That's what's so hard to understand. The alchemy of the galaxy, the alchemy of Jesus Christ, is that you will become like him. John 14:12. As I do these things, so shall you do them, and greater things. So when we're looking at the possibility of liberating ourselves from the suffering that so many people have, it ultimately comes with the understanding that you cannot die. You cannot die. You are not threatened by anything. You have nothing to worry about. And this whole entire world, as traditional as it seems to be, is actually a reality construct. It's not real. It's an illusory reality. That's the awakening. That's why people have a hard time seeing something that, oh, it's so simple. Why can't they see it? It's such an easy thing to understand. No, it's a paradigm shift. It's coming to realize that everything you ever thought was true in your life is a freaking lie. You were lied to about every single thing. There are satanic communities where everybody's in on it, and they have mind control where you don't know they did anything. And they do it so well that you can't remember that they did anything. Hypnosis is a lot scarier than I thought, and it's been used a lot more than I thought, and so many victims are not aware that anything ever even happened to them. I have a personal stake in getting rid of these things, because they abused me, and I am not happy about it. And if you think this is fake, and you want to laugh at me, and you think that I'm making up abuse memories, and that this shit didn't really happen to me, very evil people are running the planet and want to kill you. And they're trying to do that, and they're aggressively pursuing this goal right now.
So what's weird is a bunch of scientists that worked on UFO technology are coming up dead, right? But David Wilcock, he's like a legend in the UFO field. He was talking a lot about some conspiracies that maybe people didn't want talked about, like human, alien, hybrid, whatever going on. But still, David Wilcock?
So not only did David Wilcock say that people wanted him dead, UFO researcher David Wilcock gave one of the reasons why people wanted him dead. So I went down this rabbit hole. And if the information that this man put out to the world is true, then I really do not believe that this man took his own life. David Wilcock knew some things that he was not supposed to know. And the information that he wasn't supposed to know about wasn't just about aliens and UFOs. David Wilcock has some information on black people.
They've tried and tried and tried. I have been given threats directly from the 3 different times. They have actually had somebody that they could talk to.
Straw parties.
It's from them, through this person, to me, 3 times. Direct threats from the crowds. Shut up, or we're going to take you out. And I'm still doing it.
You're still doing it.
Because what they really try to do is they try to lure you in with a honey trap that gets you to authorize your own. That's how it works.
But you need to be careful, and let me tell you why. We are being plagued with naturopathic doctors being murdered. That's happening all around the country, all around the planet these days. We have had biochemists. Stephen Quayle and I have talked about that for years. They're getting to these people who are those that would be able to fight back with their knowledge of alternative medicine and things like that. And we've been having these things happen, David, since the beginning of time. That's occurring around some people who wanted to go public about some things in the presidential campaigns.
Sure.
A person who they claim committed suicide. Obviously, they said killed on his left side, but he's right-handed. So, I mean, who does that?
And nobody took his wallet or his keys or anything.
Nothing.
Just leave him there.
And they claimed it was a robbery. They robbed him of nothing. So, in your case, you need to be careful.
It's not going to stop me. You know, I'm going to quote Abraham Lincoln. I think I did this on your show before, but it's worth saying it again. I once the hand of a every day in fear of a.
If you could get one thing disclosed right now, beyond a shadow of a doubt, what topic, what specific area would that be? If
honestly,
you could get that answer.
I would want the world to know about ascension. I would want the world to know that we are very, very close. And all the people on the inside know this. This is the key of disclosure. We are very close to some sort of energetic shift that the sun is going to do. Our new insider, William Tompkins, knows all about it. Pete Peterson knows all about it. Every insider at the highest levels.
Are they concerned?
It depends on who you're talking to and where they are. But what everybody agrees on is that this is a massive consciousness shift. And therefore, if you look at the amount of validation that we see in the major world religions, including the Islamic Bible, the Quran, the Bible, obviously, it's all over the place in
Torah.
there. The Jewish Bible, the Torah, you betcha. I mean, it's in Buddhism, it's in Hinduism, it's everywhere. And yet, how can we be so ignorant about this? If there is some sort of natural event that's going to take place that takes our certainty of being a spiritual being and makes it absolutely certain, where there's no veil left, where we are wide open to reality and our greater spiritual identity, I would want more people to know about that so they can prepare for it.
Of course.
Because these religious texts were intended to give you thousands of years of lead time to prepare for it.
Wanted to share this comment right here so that everyone can take a look at this website. If you saw my previous post, it was regarding the Great Awakening map that David Wilcock had constantly talked about, as well as many other scientists, researchers, regarding the Great Awakening. I knew there was a website, but here it is. It's called awakening5d.co. So this comment is saying that you can go on the website and you can get a PDF copy of the map.
He also believed the universe was alive, powered by a fundamentally good force, but always at war against evil. Some very philosophical stuff, but interesting. Let's take a listen.
Ultimately, the universe is intelligent, alive, and conscious, and it is benevolent. It is a benevolent consciousness. That consciousness does not allow the negative to succeed unless it is invited. So the Cabal has made a science, a very elaborate science, out of studying these arcane, occult, magical principles.
So David Wilcock has passed today, and if you follow conspiracy and alien circles, you should know who this is. He was on all kinds of documentaries. He had a YouTube channel where he talked about aliens and all kinds of crazy stuff. He was a regular guest on Ancient Aliens on the History Channel. I first heard of him because of the documentary Above Majestic that talked about Antarctica and lizard people and just everything. And he passed from that thing that we can't really talk about on here anymore because your video is going to get flagged, which seems kind of weird. But at a time when all these scientists are coming up missing, this happened. Because he was the director of advanced technology for Savita Aerospace, and that started around 2023. You know, I'm not undermining what happened to him. Depression is a real thing, and this always sucks to hear about something like this. But I can say I'm not the only one that's sitting around thinking about this death and everyone that's also missing in the same field. It just kind of seems weird that the dialogue of disclosure is starting to come up, and he talked about disclosure a lot. And before anybody tries to correct me on any of this, a death probe was open in Boulder County in Colorado. That's where the news is circulating about his death, even though no confirmation has came from his family.